Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. Bradley Pinion to kick off. It's a special prime-time edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him the win. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Now a man open down the middle of the field.
The pass.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
84. A gain of 9 yards. First down.
They'll look to throw here. He throws, and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. It's a big play there for the Saints. 46 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. From the 6. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10. At their own
line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Meadows. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Fowler, and he's going to get this inside the 30. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play.
I actually love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. I always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
10 more there and another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
They'll run here with Balaj. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the middle. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers are an extra extra point away from tying up this football game. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A gain of 9 brings up second.
On second down, Kamara.
34-yard line.
And he's going to wind up getting this all the way down to the Buccaneers' 35-yard line. A gain there of 30 big ones. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
It's a gain of 9.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Intercepted. The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Throwing on first down. Meadows. This one complete to Scott Miller. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Scotty Miller, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bucs have taken the lead. And nothing too crazy there. A quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found a seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran it into the end zone. And the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on them.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball was out of his hands quickly, into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone.
1st and 10. At their own 20.
Alvin Kamara and the Saints set to start their next drive. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Devin White showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone can go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara.
The pass.
And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
10 at the 45-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Back to throw. Meadows. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
13, Saints 7.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. From the gun, Meadows. And Fowler's got it. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Brings up third.
And that's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Normally, you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact. But in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line.
At their own 11-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be third down.
A gain of 2 yards. And it's third down.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Yards. Well done on the return. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Meadows. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisive.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And a tackle there by Quan Alexander.
It's now 2nd and 6.
To throw on second down. Meadows over the middle, and it's incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
This will be caught inside the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Meadows to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Here's a run with Balaj, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Kalen Balaj, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. They were able to stop him at the line on 1st down, but this time he punches his way through.
And sometimes just because you're stopped on the first run, it doesn't mean the play call was bad or incorrect. You might just need better execution and just a tad more determination, and they got it done on the 2nd try.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now it's Kamara in the passing game. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
3rd down.
They'll look to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give them 18 there, and the Saints have a 1st down. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the 1st of their timeouts. It's just their 1st, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. A throw over the middle taken in. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 13-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. From 4 yards out. And the Saints get a bit closer.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
Taken at about the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Meadows airing it deep for Fowler. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on, because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Meadows. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. And you're going to get him. Sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. That'll bring up 2nd down. 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Meadows. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Evans once again the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
3rd down and 10 yards.
On 3rd down, it's Fowler. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight.
14.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that...
And he's taken down here by the Saints. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. From the gun, Meadows. And his throw is incomplete. Big O.J. Howard, his intended target. And it's 3rd down.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise.
Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all. And it's been a long day for this crowd. Waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Operating from the gun, Meadows. He's got this one complete to Fountain.
The pass.
Call it no gain on the dump off, and it's 3rd down. They tried to swing it out left into the flat, but the defense, they were very principled there.
It felt very West Coast offense, didn't it? You know their expression, right? On a West Coast offense, when they throw the ball, it's either going to be a touchdown or a check down, meaning they like to press it downfield. If they don't have it, swing it out, which is exactly what we saw there. But how about the great pursuit and tackle to make a nice play? From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Yards on the return. Picked up some good blocks as well. And this offense set up with a very short field. 1st and 10 inside the 20. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. Call it a pickup of 7, and it's a 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up
from the gun. Meadows. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucks. Mike Evans. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead.
Point conversion.
A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. Hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
No gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
So here are the Bucs to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Now left side on the swing pass. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards. To throw on 2nd down. Meadows. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Cameron Jordan able to record his 5th sack of the season.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. back near your own goal line, I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does. Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the 3rd quarter. And the Buccaneer defense for the 2nd straight play, flexing its muscle by forcing a loss. 2 yards the loss there, now 3rd and 14. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And the Saints are going to have a 1st and goal as some good running there gets him down to about the 2-yard line. Knock it on the door. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
And he's got it. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Adam Troutman, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 2.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bucs on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. Fowler, and he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Brings up 2nd and
they'll keep it on the ground. Fowler. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A great effort there. 39 yards as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. What a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better?
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield.
You thought you had it, didn't you?
And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
And it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. What can they do now, Charles, to make sure this highlight montage doesn't continue to show more pressure and pressure and pressure?
You feel like it always comes back.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. A good pickup there, a 22. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Showed the nice footwork and then hit and drop shy of the 45.
Thomas.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Well, the 2nd down throw on target. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 28.
A gain of
He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Saints.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
At the Bucs 24-yard line.
That's caught. It's Thomas. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. They'll run it with Kamara. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Saints get a bit closer. He's doing his part, but still facing a sizable deficit.
And he would like to do more, but he needs help from the other 2/3, right? He needs his defense to bow up a little bit, and he also needs special teams to maybe create some big plays and help them get back in it.
And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all, and if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8. At the 43.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Fowler, and very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Alexander.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situation.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Isaac Yiadom in there to pick it. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Their own 32-yard line.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2nd and 9 now. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there.
So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about.
Holding offense.
So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count?
And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.